Yes, good morning, grade 7. Welcome to our lesson today. My name is Teacher Eric. You all know me. Our topic that we are still looking at is the political system of Africa and the two world wars. And when talk about the political system, we are talking about the governments and how countries started, any country, any nation. Now, the subtopic of our lesson today is the Egyptian civilization. We shall be looking at the meaning of civilization. When you come across this term at the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe or define or say the meaning of, or actually state the meaning of the word civilization. So civilization means the development of a society in many ways, right? These ways include economic development, political development, education, farming, and culture. Now, when someone asks you, what is civilization? Civilization is the development of the society in many ways. It could be economic development, political development, education, farming, and culture. Now, in Africa in particular, civilization, or rather development, started in Egypt. This civilization is commonly known as the Egyptian civilization. We call it Egyptian because it started in Egypt. That means Egypt in Africa developed fast before any other country. That's where they began development faster than any other country. Now, what made civilization in Egypt to be easy or to happen is because of the presence of River Nile. Presence of River Nile made civilization possible in Egypt. River Nile, as you all know, as you'll also be looking at the map below, it divides Egypt into two major parts, that is the Upper Egypt and the Lower Egypt. So River Nile is here, coming all the way from Lake Victoria down there, then goes through Sudan up to Egypt. In Egypt, it divides into Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. Now, it's funny, right? How Lower Egypt seems to be up on the map and Upper Egypt is down. It's because a river flows downwards. So, where it flows down there, that is where it's lower Egypt, where the mouth is. And where the source is upper. So, Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. Now, River Nile helped people to carry out farming, which ensured that there was enough food. How? Because it provided water, right? And also when a river flows as it goes, it carries some soil, it erodes and carries some soil. This soil is usually fertile and it's going to be deposited or to be put down there. Now, what are other advantages of River Nile? Because River Nile helped Egypt to grow and to develop. What are the advantages of River Nile to the Egyptian civilization? One, River Nile provided fertile soil. As we have looked, it carried fertile soil and deposited it here near the mouth where people could come and do irrigation farming. Then two, River Nile also helped in fishing, provided water for fishing. River Nile also produced building material like sand and stones for building, actually. It also supplied fresh water for domestic usage and farming. River Nile also was used for transportation and trading, where people could cross and go to exchange things. Later, ancient Egyptians, ancient means traditional or long time ago, ancient Egyptians learned lessons, and this helped them to make the first calendar consisting of 365 days. So they learned to make the calendar. It actually helped them to make the first calendar. The calendar would help them to know the seasons of the year. We have 4 seasons of the year, so the calendar was used to help them to know which season there will be rain, so to know the seasons of the year. Now, in a summary of what we have learned today is that ancient civilization in Africa particularly started in Egypt. Egypt is modern day located in the northern part of Africa, in the Sahara Desert. And so this civilization was commonly known as Egyptian civilization. So Egyptian civilization was possible. It happened. It was very easy to develop, to become developed, because of River Nile. River Nile flows from the Lake Victoria to Mediterranean Sea, and so it divides Egypt into Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt. River Nile is important because it actually has helped to provide fertile soil, provide water for fishing. It has produced building material like sand and stone. It has supplied fresh water for domestic use like drinking, washing, cleaning, and everything. It has also helped in transportation and trade. And then later on, as they continued learning new things, they even came up with the calendar. The calendar used to help them to know the seasons. It's very important that Egyptian civilization is the first to invent, to come up with the calendar that we use today in the world. The calendar has 365 days of the year. Now, to sum up, there are some revision questions that I would like you to attempt. They're here. The Egyptians could never have become prosperous and powerful kingdom without dash. You're going to circle the correct answer. Number 2, the Egyptians invented the calendar to know. You are also going to choose the answer. Then number 3, list 4 advantages of River Nile to the Egyptians. So you'll pause the video at every stage and copy the notes. Then later you are going to write the questions in your book. Then in our next lesson, we shall revise, we shall do correction where possible to those 3 questions. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day and be safe. Good